So we are at the car wash, so we can wash off the muddy trailer from yesterday.
See? Look at that.
He's gonna start spinning. Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah. And I'm gonna clean Billy's truck up a little bit because we're borrowing it and I wanna take care of his stuff. So today we're going to pick up a truck bed. I say truck bed because some of you guys are gonna be slightly disappointed. Some of you guys are gonna be happy. But yeah, we're gonna go pick up a truck bed. That's all I'm gonna say. All clean.
Well, we've already had some practice restoring truck beds too, so.
I don't really care what the actual inside of the bed looks like because I'm sure we'll put some kind of nice liner in it.
I think we still have some leftover liner from the black liner from my Dakota project.
Bed's pretty solid. This is they say it's from Alabama, and I mean, I don't doubt it. I mean, it looks pretty solid.
Looks solid to me.
Yeah, I mean, the underneath is really, really nice.
You could easily clean that
Hey,
up.
what's going on?
It's cute. I want to daily it.
Okay, Chevy Corvair. It's a core eye.
Core eye.
You like wagons?
I like wagons. I don't like that front end, but
Race car.
yeah, seen a million of them.
Yep.
Don't care. So a lot of those beds.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's people that make a living just going down south and buying truck beds and truck cabs, buying rust-free stuff and bringing it up north. Oh, it's pretty light. They're really not that heavy. They're lighter than a step side, that's for sure.
Ugh.
Okay, guys, so we made it back to the shop. We got the bed in. We got a few dents to fix now that I'm seeing it out here. But I'd rather fix dents than fix rust. So we're gonna have to peel off these little chrome stick-on deals. I don't know what these are. The biggest dent is gonna be this one right here. We'll have to weld a stud there, and I'm sure that'll pull right out, hopefully. We're gonna have to find a tailgate. I can probably take the gas door off of my step side bed. They're probably exactly the same. And something bent the bed right here. So we're gonna have to find a way to get that pushed in. Obviously this is a bit of a work truck at one point. It's from Alabama, so it's rust-free. I mean, you guys can see underneath, the cross members are just rust-free. The bottom of the bed's rust-free. And that's really all I wanted. So I paid 500 bucks for it and I got what I bought. This needs a little work, but this is why we're doing this. We're doing this to learn a little bit of body work, and I'm probably gonna end up having to paint it myself, and we'll see how that goes. It's probably not gonna go very well, but I can't really afford to have a body shop paint this, so we're just gonna have to fix it ourselves, like we have the rest of the truck. But we'll get there, you know? It's all part of the process. Allison's over here welding, practicing.
Look at that one. I've done better.
This chick's already better than me at welding, and she practiced for about 5 minutes.
Just me.
Look at
I
that.
still think
There's my weld. Good
I
job.
realized I didn't fill that gap all the
Crazy.
way. I'm like,
Is there
holding it. and I'm
anything
like,
she can't do?
pig weld. Wow, that was pretty straight.
I hate you. Why you gotta be better at me than at everything?
I'm not.
It's got a few dents, it's got a few dings.
Oh, please.
But I would rather fix dings than, oh yeah, I was just going at it.
It's fixable. Everything's fixable.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's going on here?
You guys are wearing the same exact outfit.
These are just,
I know! Look!
Black sweatpants,
Look.
501 hoodie.
these are just chrome.
Look, these are our new uniforms. Show everybody our uniforms. Look. The best thing to do on these is just hit them with the countersink, put a nice chamfer on all these, and then just start welding them up.
Yeah. I'm not scared about that. I'm just scared about painting it myself. I think I'm gonna buy, like, cause we got that big air compressor.
You can't have the bed have brand new paint, and that doesn't. This is a retirement truck. It's got them stainless. It's probably had Yosemite Sam mud flaps on this truck.
It was a work truck.
Oh, I know what this is. There was one of those.
No, well, maybe.
Yeah, there was.
Well,
Yes, there was.
But
You can see where it was sitting. It had one of them cab back
I don't
things on
know.
it. Whatever you want to call it.
Probably.
Look, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Took 10 holes on this. I think must have been wicked.
It probably had the chrome sills too, like at one point that go on top.
Yeah, look. Oh, it probably had a tonneau cover.
Tonneau cover.
The good thing is you're not working with rust. This is all good metal.
You'll notice this bed has got to be 100 pounds lighter than the fiberglass one.
Oh, I'm sure. Do you have a good gasket scraper?
Yeah.
The handled one?
Yeah.
That'll get that seam sealer right out of there. This is so hard, it'll just chip. Chip hammer?
Chip hammer. Dolly hammer.
That's what ball peen's for. So you want these just slightly recessed. So, oh my gosh, look how nice the bottom of this is. You don't need to remove any of this paint. You just need to work, you know.
Maybe undercoat it.
Yeah, you just need to do like, you know, just sand spots like this and just prime it. Oh man, this thing's in really good shape. No, this is a nice bed. Plastic,
Exhaust.
no,
No?
no, what's right there?
I thought it'd be exhaust.
That would be the yoke seal leaking on the rear end.
Oh.
And flinging
Yeah.
gear oil. Found more farmland. Yep.
Update. Give me your update.
So these chrome like sill things, chrome outer. I don't even know what the hell you call them. They're cancer is what they are. Jeff helped me get those off. All the belt moldings off. Somebody really didn't want them to come off. Like a lot of glue. So
Yeah. Quite a bit.
that's gonna be a pain to get off, but I've removed the stripes. Little stripage, had to get that off. And now I'm just trying to get off some of this like adhesive that was holding on the stripes, but a lot of work. But it's gonna be worth it in the end.
At least you don't have to work with rust.
You're not wrong, but we'll get it all fixed. Jeff made me feel better about it. He's like, oh yeah, it's all fixable. Oh, it's all fixable. Well, that's easy. I'm not scared to work on it because it already looks like garbage. Like if I bought a really nice bed, I'd be like scared to touch it. So, you know, I don't care about digging in and just doing some of the stuff. Like rebar or round bar stuff around here. Might be able to weld to it and just pull it out. If I try and take this in here and bend this and do whatever, I'm gonna end up bending the inner supports, and I don't know. We'll figure something out, but this really makes me sad. It's right on the body.
All right, you're gonna fix it. It's gonna be fine.
It's right on the body line. Probably just do a black Raptor bed liner.
Easy enough. Never have to worry about it again.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's head home. Or you want to sleep in the truck bed tonight?
Tell you what, we might need to put a futon here. That way I can capitalize on my time here.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Got goals to achieve. And we're back. Working on the bed tonight. Gonna voice over a lot of this. A lot of boring stuff. Got vice grip on the TV. And it's fixing to be an eventful night. I picked up this adhesive remover wheel from Napa. It worked okay for getting little stuff off, but anything big like this adhesive down here on the bottom, it didn't do much. I started off by using a heat gun and a razor blade, and that got a lot of it off, but the whole panel was just covered in glue that really just didn't want to come off. I tried pretty much everything I could think of to get this stuff off, and it just wasn't working. So I finally broke out the DA, but the problem is the paint is going to sand faster than the glue and adhesive left over. So, but at this point I realized that we had already dented the panel from using the scraper to pry on the chrome plates, and everything was already dented and wavy as it was, and I was going to have to put filler on the entire bottom side of the panel. Basically, in an attempt to protect the bottom of the bed from rock chips, the person that put these on really just screwed me because all I did was make more dents trying to get them off. We got most of this scraped off on the back. There's no good way about this. Like, I'm gonna have to filler the whole bottom of the bed. From me razor blading all the adhesive off to us having to peel off the gasket scraper, like that has just gashed my bed in spots, and the whole thing's gonna need fillered. So at this point, I'm just doing whatever it takes. I know it's aggressive, but pretty much just almost taking it down to bare metal, and we're gonna have to filler it all. And then for this dent, I was able to take this back, this little cover off. And luckily we can get in behind this dent here on the body line, and we should be able to push that out and get it to the point where we only need just a little bit of filler. You know, I'm actually surprised at how easy that was. It's still not perfect, and I don't know that I can really get it back to perfect without some filler right there. I mean, that's a hard body line. What I'm starting to realize is it's just metal. You just gotta work it. It'll go where you want it to. You just gotta beat it hard enough. All right, guys, it's the next day. I'm sorry I sound like death. I'm kind of sick, but we're taking a little break from working on the bed tonight. Last night I stayed here till like 1 in the morning, just trying to get the stupid adhesive off and sand this down and getting it ready for a little bit of filler. But we'll get back to that. I got some more parts from LMC truck that showed up. My favorite kind of parts. We ordered in another cab corner and rocker panel. I have an extra cab corner because it takes me that many tries to get it right. I don't know why. It's really hard. I'm not gonna lie. I already tried this once on this side and I had to cut it back out because I didn't like it and it was just garbage. So new plan, we gotta finish cutting this all out, and then we're gonna have to try and follow this line here, which scares me, but I think that's our last option. I mean, I've got to replace this. This is all, I just got to be replaced. So we're gonna try and follow this line and hope for the best, and then we'll put the cab corner on and we'll just slap it together. I'm gonna start out by cutting this off. I think what I'm gonna try and do this time is get this panel down, trim it down what I know I don't need, fit it up here, and try and clamp it on the cab and try and make one cut with both panels on the truck. That way they'll almost be the same, because if I cut through both at the same time, theoretically it should be perfect or close enough. So I think that's what we're gonna try. I just gotta finish removing more stuff. This is all gonna get gone. So we're just gonna try our best, you know? Some people make it look easy. I am not one of those people. I ended up having to cut a little higher above the support. I didn't want to, but I ended up having to. Not a big deal. We got all that crap out of there. So we got the new panel overlapping the old panel as close as we can get it. We can cut through this right on this line through both panels at the same time, and they should line up pretty good. I just have a screw holding it up here, that way when I go to cut it, it doesn't move around. And I got vice grips clamped down on the bottom. It shouldn't go anywhere, I hope not. And let's just see if we can cut through this thing. Fresh death wheel for good luck. Now right here, I'm getting ready to drill out the holes for our rosette welds, trying to mimic the factory ones. And a wise man once said to sand the back side of the panel where we're going to be welding to. Just makes things a little cleaner on the side that we can't see. And finally, before I get ready to weld this thing on, I apply some weld through primer. I'm not the greatest at welding yet, especially with sheet metal, and I don't really have a great sense of settings yet for really thin stuff. So I keep some spare sheet metal laying around, and I like to make some practice tacks before I actually start welding on the truck, to dial in the settings and listen to the weld, make sure it's hot enough, make sure I'm getting good penetration. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty hard doing by myself, trying to get it fitted up decently with one hand and tacking it on with the other. So I basically just tack weld every 4 inches. I also had the air gun on hand just to blow things off periodically and keep things cooled down. Something I learned is when you're butt welding like this, you don't actually want to butt the panels up together, which is a mistake I made early on. You want a little bit of a gap for somewhere for that metal to go and can join the 2 panels together, because you know in the end, we're going to grind off the top of the weld and make it look smooth. And sometimes if you don't leave yourself a big enough gap, you can get really thin. This was a little more gap than I would have liked. I'm kind of embarrassed about it, but I made it work. We've gotten this far. I'm sorry, I sound like death. Not too bad. Better than the other side, I'd say.
Had a really big gap to fill, which just makes it harder on myself. But I think where we went wrong and where we'll learn for next time is when we do put the panel on the truck and cut through both at the same time. It's just gonna have to be tighter and better. I mean, really tight to the panel. And I also need to cut as flat and as straight as possible, because I think I might have accidentally cut down an angle. I mean, it was really tough through these curves, but when you cut down an angle through both panels, it just doesn't shape up right. And we had a really big gap. And I was trying not to do that, but cutting through here, like I really should have had a plasma, which we have a plasma cutter. I don't know how to use it though, and I've never set it up. That's not mine, it's Billy's. But I figured, you know, I'd just go in here with a death wheel, and I did, and fortunately it just didn't turn out perfect. But in the end, it's okay. We got a really strong panel. Had a lot of the grinding to do. Grinder and paint makes me the welder I ain't, right? But this is gonna work. And then our cab corner should be perfect. Got a clean cut on the cab corner. I think this should go in really nice. But I'm gonna go ahead and clean up the shop for the night. It's about 1 in the morning. I'm gonna get the sheet metal done, get some Bondo on that deal, make it look good, throw some paint on it, throw some primer on it, and then we're gonna take the engine out of this truck one last time, and I'm gonna take everything outside and just wash it. I wanna wash the whole truck. It's filthy. I haven't washed it since the day that I brought it to my dad's place and washed it there. I wanna put one more coat of paint on the frame, some good POR 15. This is not POR 15. It looks good, but I don't trust it to last very long. So I want to go over it one more time with the tough paint, just to be sure. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. We'll get this cab corner done, and we'll finally roll this thing outside, get it washed, and then maybe we can start doing fun things like bolting go fast parts on it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next one. I actually made this video a while back, and I never finished it because I couldn't do the voiceovers because I got really sick and lost my voice. And since then, we had a lot of videos come out with Dart Vader, and now the Dart runs. And so this video just got pushed back, but now it's finally up. And in that time, I did finish up a lot of stuff. So I just have some progress pictures to show. We got the cab corner in, we got it all painted. And we've done a little bit more work on the bed. But yeah, we're making good progress. Just wanted to show the progress pictures. Since I actually put this video together, a lot has been done. So thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.